Washington, and my co-pilot, Ms. Doreen Burke. And our flight Ms. Jack and Ms. Brother Marine.
Ooh.
That chicken.
Just before we get started, we like to give a big up to our engineers. Probably like God, go right ahead. Do it.
If that's what we got to do. Program.
That's what it takes.
Thank you guys so much for having me out today. So yeah, like she said, my name is Kelsey Williams. I work for the Advanced Technology Academy, which is a program that's a part of Cuyahoga Community College. So a lot of things that we offer are, well, the first thing is that the program is completely free. And we all like free stuff. So I have a friend who every year, I don't know if you guys know, July 11th is 7-Eleven Day. You can get a free Slurpee at 7-Eleven on July 11th. And she sends me a text message every year. Hey, go get your free Slurpee. Or
Shut your mouth, for real.
National Donut Day, she'll send me, hey, go to Dunkin' and get a free donut. So everybody likes free things. And, we have friends that'll go and they'll wait hours and hours in line for free things. But I'm a program recruiter for this program, and it hurts my feelings a lot because it's a free program, and I just feel like not enough people are taking advantage of it. So I'll say it is a workforce training program for young people between the ages of 17 and 24 years old. A couple stipulations, just like anything. So you have to fall within that age range between 17 and 24. You have to have a high school diploma or a GED, and you must be a resident of Cuyahoga County. Now it's a grant funded program, so that's what makes it free. We have a lot of funding for people who have a minor child in the household. In the day, we were looking for people who had a minor sibling or a child. The county has been gracious enough to open that door a little bit wider. So we know sometimes I like to call it for children who are either like the youngest child or maybe an only child. So, we're not locking people out just because you don't have a little kid in the house as well. Grant funding, you get that, it's about a 2-week break. So if anybody wants to join the program help you with the resume writing, we'll assist you with job search after the program is over. And one thing I want to say is I'm a native Clevelander. I've been in Cleveland my entire life, 30 years. I don't know about you guys, if you're native Clevelanders.
Yes, I am.
Okay, JR is not a native Cleveland, but it looks like he's out here. All right, so the thing that people just, they take advantage, they don't take advantage of Tri-C because they take it for granted. It's one of those things that's always been in your backyard. I'm a CMSD graduate myself. I went to Jane Addams, so literally Tri-C our backyard at Jane Addams. My first degree is from Tri-C. So a lot of times young people, they frown upon Tri-C. Oh, it's Tri-High. It's just community college. Absolutely not. And every time I go out and I talk to people, I try to take that stigma out of the community because here is the thing that most people don't know. Cuyahoga Community College. It is truly the community's college in that every Cuyahoga has a Cuyahoga Tri-C site within 6 miles. Who you know. Right. And you're who you know a lot person, or maybe you're just looking at a new career or something like that. You're who you know is going to be Tri-C. And that's because it feeds the workforce in our community. And people know that people coming out of Tri-C with those credentials, those degrees, they're qualified. They're highly qualified. And I have a chiropractor, and I thought it was interesting that he had his chiropractic degree on the wall, but his first degree he got from Tri-C. Time that we are out and about, especially our hospital communities, or you're out and about in Cleveland, everybody has some experience with Tri-C. Everybody knows somebody who has some experience with Tri-C. And our slogan is where futures begin. And it sounds really cliche, but it's not. It truly is like where a lot of people started from. I don't know if you guys remember some years ago, there was a commercial for Tri-C, and Gerald or Harry had some experiences with Tri-C. So workforce here in Cleveland. But back to my program, the Advanced Technology Academy. So it's tuition free. So what does that mean? We pay for books, we pay for uniforms, we pay for your tuition. So there are certain programs that you may need a background check for. And if you're barely getting by and you're barely eating, you don't have money for a $60 background check. And that's
That's
okay. Our program, we have funding to do that. We'll take care of that for you. If you're, for instance, going through the EMT program or the welding program, you're going to need boots, you're going to need a jacket. We are going to take care of that for you. So really, it's about eliminating every single barrier. Because there's no reason that nobody around here should not be working, having some credential, because we really try and make it easy. All you have to do is pick up the phone and put in that effort to move forward in your life. Average students who finish our program, they make anywhere between $13 and $18 an hour. Now, I don't know if you guys know, one semester is 4 months or 16 weeks, but however you want to cut it, 4 months, 16 weeks, you can come out. So our semester is going to start in January. So from January to the end of May, in 4 months' time, you could be turning your life around.
True.
You could be making on the low end $13 an hour, which is more, to my knowledge, than like Walmart or Family Dollar, which is what a lot of people will come through and say, I'm working at Burger King or McDonald's or Chipotle. That's more than those places will pay you. I have a student who went through the program. He went through the welding program this past semester. He's 19 years old. The kid is making $18.50. He went to school for 4 months. He works for a really great company out like Euclid Way called Hose Master. And we were able to assist him with that job placement opportunity. So those relationships are there. Again, back to Tri-C feeding the workforce. What people don't know is that the Ford Motor Company came to Tri-C and come up to Canada and train our technicians. So people a lot of times will go directly to Tri-C before they even post those jobs that are available on the board. They're coming directly to us to say, hey, can you fill these spots?
Right.
So I'll run through, the other opportunity that we have for students who come through the program is we have an internship opportunity available, because everybody's got to eat, everybody's got to work.
Right.
So, and a lot of times it can be tough to do that balance between working and going to school. You want to better yourself, but at the same time, you have needs that need to be sustained in the meantime. So the way that we alleviate that is because students will come to us and they'll say, hey, I need to work, but I also want to finish school at the same time. We got you, no worries. So what you can do is you can do an internship with our office at IC, and that is $10 an hour up to 25 hours a week. So we offer that as an opportunity to keep students in school and working at the same time. So as far as training areas that we have, am I good on time?
We're going to take a short break, but hold that thought.
Okay.
Because I like this. That's something I want to ask you when we come back off this break, because I'm looking at this piece of paper. Oh, we're going to take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go nowhere. You know, you got to get up a chair, run to the bathroom, go do it, come back. But we'll be right here when you come back. Don't miss the flight. All right. Good.
We all right?
Well, yeah.
All right.
The one, because you know, we said hose mouth, but that's one of our customers.
No way. They're great.
They are. Been there with them for years.
Okay, everybody, I'm just walking through our studio, WVU 95.9. I'm just walking through, as you know, as we stated, we're just looking at the development of how to help you understand that there are services available, and you just have to initiate them. And one thing is you have to feel confident you can do something for yourself. It's not about being pretty. It's not about ugly. It's not about anything. It's about you pushing yourself to do more. You can do it. Push yourself to know that you can do more. Believe in yourself. Know that you can do more. You were born to do something. You're not stuck. You're not stopped. When I was younger, we always think about poverty and poor and this and that. But you know, poverty is a mindset. You have to tell yourself what was wouldn't be no more. I have to change my education. I have to change my thoughts. I have to change how I live to make those changes. And sometimes we have to even change our friends because they're not on the same page as us. But that's okay as well. So I'm walking through the studio. As I just walked through, as we're taking a break from the studio, but I just wanted us to share and continue to talk. So you are listening to the Life Obstacle Team, and this is the Life Obstacle Team. There's 4 of us. There's J.R. Washington, and I'm Doreen Burtz, one of your hosts. There's Jerry Knight, our co-host, and Brenda Bahrain. So make sure you continue to tune in and share with us and learn more about the Life Obstacle Team as we present our broadcast live every Saturday and Sunday. We're on AM and FM radio every Saturday and Sunday. And this is our WLVU studio 95.9. And I'm just walking through so that I don't lose you for our break. But communication is very important. Make sure you share. Take time out to leave comments. If you want to talk about an obstacle, we will actually air it for you on our show. And now I'm entering back into the studio. Here's our team getting ready to go back live with Miss, and I'll make sure I mention the information. It's Miss Kelsey Williams. And from Tri-C, I'll make sure you look at the card for those who are going to keep looking.
All right, so
That's the right thing. But
that was the
All right.
you know what?
So,
I wasn't sure about him.
hey, TC.
I wasn't sure if he might, say, I don't know, he wasn't interested.
Jane. So from now on, she can do this for we can know for us to take a full break. Okay. Because on a go, it's not going. You're going to read my lips.
Okay. Okay.
You bring me back home?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, you want me to tell?
All right.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to International Flight 745. You're here on WOBU 95.9, and we're flying into Cleveland. So sit back and enjoy this ride. We had a lot of good information before we went off the air, and we're going to let this lady come right back and just inform us on this here. So she got something I want to ask her, and she's telling me, so we just went off the air, but we're back. So I'm gonna kick it right back over to her. Do your thing, and you know what to do on the go.
Thank you so much. Again, thanks for having me. My name is Kelsey Williams. So we offer stipends, which if you don't know what a stipend is, it's free money. So it's like bonus money for you. Just money is not like those big companies that we see on the people get kickbacks.
Right.
That money that we have in the program, that doesn't go to me, that doesn't go to my coworkers, that goes back to the students. So we stipend it out. We like to make it rain on our students. Our flyer says,
Right.
our flyer says up to $350. That's fake news. It's $800 per semester now. So I have students that are currently earning $850 just for coming to class on time, just for completing their certification. So just doing what you gotta do anyway.
Well, I hope y'all are listening to. And because she got the hookup, and I'm telling she got the serious hookup. But I'm looking at this piece of paper. There's so many things that you can do into this training program, and I'm gonna let her do that because I'm looking at this telecom. Even though I'm a little older and I can't get in, but when they get one for senior citizens, I'm getting in.
Well, if you wanted to go through what we call open enrollment, and you want to battle outside of that 24-year-old age range, I absolutely encourage it. But my program, it is my job to make sure young people between 17 and 24, smaller dispatcher. And once she told me that a girl called in, her baby was choking, like a little toddler. So she walked her through the protocol to clear his airway. Mm-hmm. And they were able to do that. Of course, 911 came and followed up. But so that's what that EMD or emergency medical dispatch piece is. Or say somebody's having a baby and that baby's not going to wait. You can walk them through what to do until the EMS gets there, or a stroke protocol. So it's a really great job. Again, Tri-C feeds the workforce. Parma Heights came into that dispatch program and they hired directly dispatchers out of the Tri-C program. Tri-C is wrapped up with, to my understanding, Cleveland Clinic. They're starting to train some of their dispatchers. And I really do believe the Tri-C program for dispatch is going to be the wave of the future. I think if in the future, if you want to be a dispatcher, you're going to have to go through the Tri-C credentialing to do it. On the low end, as a dispatcher, if you work for police, fire, EMS, you're gonna make $16 an hour. That's the worst you can do
Mhm.
at
Right.
that sort of job. So it's really wonderful work if you can get it. We also have the auto technology program. So if you are a person who you're interested in tinkering with vehicles, there's a short-term certificate that you can get. And they're going to teach you some basic things, which in my mind aren't really basic. They're going to teach you alignment, electrical, braking systems, and that sort of thing. And that's actually a program, a certification that you can get in 4 months. Again, that one's out at Tri-C West at Parma, but it's a wonderful program because the program manager has, again, I can't say it enough, we feed the workforce. Tri-C feeds the workforce. Program manager for auto technology, she has a relationship with every single GM, Chevy, Ford dealer
Right,
in our area.
that's good.
So she can help you get a job in one of those dealerships, and that's where you want to be at. So that's one of the things that we have is the auto tech program, and then we have the culinary arts program. Now that one is not so much short term, and that one is program, but it's downtown at the Hospitality Management Center. It's on the same side as Tower City and the casino.
Okay,
Really beautiful facility. A lot of times I run into young people and they say, "Hey, I want to do culinary." They think it's easy. They think it's fun. But what I say is, if you have a passion for culinary, I will get behind you and I'll push for you to go through this program. But when do we go out to eat with our families? Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and in the evenings. So you have to truly have a passion for culinary because you're going to be away from your family because you're going to be feeding everybody else while they're with their families in the evening time. So that's always something I like to tell young people to think about. And if you I have a student who's very passionate about it, and he's going through the culinary program, and there's no shortage of work in Cleveland. Cleveland is one of those up and coming kind of foodie places.
Mhm.
Let's have new things going. So the work is there. If you have that commitment level and you have that passion, absolutely do culinary arts through Tri-C. We have the EMT program. So of course, that is your first responders, your
Right.
EMS people. That's actually a 4-month program that you can get through. And
Mm.
Cleveland just hired a bunch of EMTs over the summer. They hired a bunch of EMTs. They hired a bunch of dispatchers. It's a really rigorous program. That's actually the toughest program that we offer here. But absolutely, I have students who come through and they're looking to get that foot in the door in the medical field. That's something that we can put you through. We'll make sure you have your uniforms and everything that you have to do. It's very hands-on. I have a student who just did ride-alongs with the EMT program.
Good.
Oh,
He
okay.
went with Cleveland EMS, and he got out there and got to get his feet dirty, and he came back with many stories. But that is something that we offer.
Yeah.
There's a fire academy, so if you're looking to start a career in the in firefighting, the fire program that we have, we ask that you do the EMT first because a lot of times
Right.
firefighters first.
Mhm.
Then there's hospitality management. Again, now that one is a 2-year associate's degree. So a lot of times students will say, well, hospitality management, is that hospitals? No, not quite. I like to vacation. I hope y'all like to vacation. A hospitality management degree, think vacation. So think tourism, think hotels, think cruise ships, think resorts. Those people that when your hotel room is not right, they're going to be the people that make your
Right.
experience right for you. So that's hospitality management. Again, that one's downtown. Cleveland just built a new Hyatt like 2 years ago when the RNC was here. We have no shortage of that sort of work here in Cleveland.
Mm.
And then there's the industrial welding program, which I love that program. That's the one that I mentioned a little bit ago. The student went through and he's making $18.50 an hour. So if you're interested in working with your hands, the welding program is a program that a lot of young guys like, but actually a part of my goals for this year for myself as a recruiter for this program was to get more young women into welding.
Yes.
And it's happening. It's slowly
Right.
starting to happen. And so what I like to, when I see young women and they come in and they talk to me in orientation and I say, do you know what a double minority is? And most times also, I'll just talk about that a little bit. So a double minority is when you're a person who's a part of 2 marginalized groups. So a lot of times that may look like you're a Black woman or a woman of color. So you may be Hispanic or some other minority, but you're also a woman as well. So what happens with the double minorities in these manufacturing careers is that if you as a double minority, a woman of color, go up for a job in welding, and absolutely. So last semester, we had a young woman. She was the only young woman in the welding program. We also have a job fair for our students where employers come in.
Okay.
They come in and talk to our students.
Yeah, you good.
And she got a job before the guys got a job, you know? So she was like $8.50 an hour when she came to us, and she increased her earning power. That job offer that she got was $16.50. So that's a huge jump.
Right.
Imagine if somebody added $8 to whatever it is that you make right now. That's huge. So the welding program, young women, if you're out there and you're listening, please don't close your mind down to something like welding. A lot of times young women make better welders than young men do because they just kind of have that keen eye for detail. I have a young woman in the welding program right now, and she, out of like 12, she's the best welder. And the guys, they all bow to her and they say she's better than
Wow.
us.
Yeah.
That's a blessing. So give them the number to how to get in touch with
Okay,
you.
so my number, if you're interested in any of these programs, call and talk to me. Call me now. I'm not in my office, but leave me a message and I promise I'll call you tomorrow. My number is 216-987-4767. My name is Kelsey Williams with the Advanced Technology Academy at Tri-C. If you can't get to school, we'll even make sure you get a bus pass so you can get back and forth.
Oh, so you can't beat that?
There is no reason why you
No
can't
reason.
come into this program. Again, my number is 216-987-4767. I'll give you my cell phone number because it's on my business card as well, so it's no secret. If you want to shoot me a text message, it's 216-857-2632. So you might be listening and you might say, you know what, I'm not between 17 and 24, but we all know somebody. So everybody's got a niece, a nephew,
That's
a
right.
brother, a sister, a granddaughter, a grandson, somebody who needs to know about this program.
Yeah.
And the thing about grant money is that we have to use grant money or we lose grant money.
Right.
So, you know, a lot of times we feel frustrated that, you know, there isn't enough help. There aren't
Right.
enough programs, but they are there, which is why I'm here with you guys on a Sunday.
Right,
Because
Good.
Yeah, feel the need, right?
Yeah,
Feel
I
the
know
need.
the difference that it can make in your life is to be able to be self-sufficient for yourself. You know, 4 months of school between $13 and $18 an hour. We have an STNA program. So if you're interested in state tested nursing assistant, I know that's a huge one a lot of young women are interested
Right.
in. If you're looking to get that foot in the door, entry level nursing career, maybe you want to go on to be an LPN or an RN or get your BSc in some sort of nursing career, but you need to work in the meantime. We can help you with that. We can make that happen. Somebody just called me the other day and was like, hey, I was about to go to XYZ.
At the
on
end.
time.
Right.
So
at
it's
the
throughout
end
the
of the program?
semester. So like right
Oh.
now, we end in about 2 weeks or so. But maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, they started to get their stipend.
Right.
And it comes
You
on a
divide it,
key
or-
bank card. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's divided. Like a lot of times it's kind of some red tape we have to go through to get it paid out. With the college holding on to it. You just gotta get things approved, but you'll get it.
I mean, I like the fact that
This is
you
good.
actually get it. You know,
Yeah,
people get it. That's an incentive for you to show up. You got no reason not to come.
you don't.
It's trying to really help people. It's trying to really help people understand that you're not, it's like the lazy thing. I gotta help you to make yourself mentally go do something that you know you need. That's just what it seems like. Be in the employment market, you give you whatever it is it's got to take. But same that through motivation, I gotta pay yourself. So what has happened to us? When you
Well,
know,
exactly, because the welding
Yes.
part is definitely, the baby boomers are going out. That's really a growing field
yes,
for welding. Because you're talking welding bridges, boats. I mean, you can work in the shipyard doing all this welding.
that's right.
You go and-
Jeremiah, I'm doing a work
It really
event
goes
right now. Can you come here a bit?
Yes,
That's
makes
why
a
you try to
difference.
tell us, you know, electrician.
I was hoping that was somebody who was listening.
I'm gonna say, yeah, look up already.
I was like,
How many students do you take?
Between 60 and
Wow.
per semester.
Wow.
So when will the actual semester start? You wanna let them know.
It is January the 14th, but anybody who's gonna be in, we need them in by the 14th of this month because the college is gonna close for 2 weeks
I
for
didn't
break.
say, I thought
Okay.
you finna go.
Yeah, so yeah, if you're gonna be in, you need to be in by December 14th.
So
Oh,
the
I
age
see.
limit, as
Okay,
like
we
you
can
said,
do
is
From 17 to 24.
17 to 24.
Mhm.
Now, what if you have somebody that's finna turn, 25 in February?
We need
Did
you
they make
in
that?
and your paperwork in
And
before
before
your
you turn
birthday.
25.
Okay, that's what I'm,
But
okay.
that's almost like with what is that?
Coming through.
Oh,
Yeah, I can.
Job Corps,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, as long
They
as
got
you can get offers
Right.
before your birthday, you're good
Right.
to go. And they're kind of a competitor of ours,
I'm
but
pretty sure they are.
they'll give them that high school diploma, which is not something that my
Right.
program does. Now, Tri-C has all sorts of diploma, GED things.
Right.
But a
And
lot of
that's
times
good,
we'll
'cause like
end
I
up
said,
getting
you
those
know,
Job Corps students after the fact.
When I'm trying to get more people into, especially young guys, even with the young ladies, trying to get them into welding. So that position is definitely a
Yeah.
booming position right there.
It's
It's
tough
very
to
important
get that
to get that.
demographic is tough to grab.
Are we still on the thing? Oh, we still on Facebook? Hey, how y'all doing over there? I know we was on Facebook.
This is actually YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Hey, how's everybody on YouTube today? You know, we've been kicking up in the studio. You know, you're riding aboard the 747, the Life Obstacle, the international flight, right here at WOBU 95.9. And we are having a wonderful time. So I don't know if you're in Cleveland, where you may be, but if you're on YouTube, it's glad to see you guys. You know, we are out and about today on a Sunday, which we could be doing something else, but we love what we do, so that's why we're informing the community. So stay tuned, and like I said, enjoy the flight. If you need some peanuts and some ginger
Popcorn?
ale, I'll make sure my flight attendant get that for you. Miss Brunner and Miss Knight take care of that. Cocktails, please.
Coming.
I want
No
peanuts on my
moonshine.
flight.
Yeah, we ain't got no shine.
There
Hey, this ain't Snoop like we ain't got no collard greens and chicken wings.
Let me check.
Wait, you want collard greens on your flight?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it booked.
So much to keep in light.
Yes, sir. You got aboard the 747. Oh, man.
Yes.
That is good, man. That's an awesome job. And you know, and the website, don't forget to give them the website.
I was gonna say, girl.
Because they may not get the website, but they need to get that too. Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 60 degrees outside
In Cleveland, Ohio.
in Cleveland, Ohio. I don't know where else y'all got it at, but this is like a heat wave for us. We normally be freezing right this time.
Here we go.
Here I go. I got to go back to work, but y'all stay tight on YouTube.
And don't.
All right, coming in.
We are back. You know, I was just listening to that song right there when I was on, so relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
But you are back on the 747, the Life Obstacle Team, right here on WOBU 95.9. And that is a Cleveland. It's in the land. And I'm going to kick it back to Miss Williams. But before I get Miss Williams, you know, when we got into the welding thing, that is a very upcoming position now because it's going to be very demanding that people learn how to weld. The baby boomers are going out. Guys like me are going out, you know.
Exactly what I tell them. That is verbatim what I tell people is the baby boomers are going to sit on the couch.
Yeah, we got to sit on the couch and get out the way. So I'm gonna let you take it back. I'm still good to go. You know.
Oh, no, you just have to pay your dues. That's all.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all.
Yeah, you got to get out the way.
So thank you guys at
Yeah.
WOBU for having me. My name is Kelsey Williams from the Advanced Technology Academy at Tri-C. We are a free workforce training program for young people between 17 and 24 with a high school diploma and who are residents of Cuyahoga County. Just a couple ones that I didn't hit. We have machining, so precision machine technology. So if you're interested again with working with your hands, things and manufacturing time. Machinists make things. They can make anything: nuts, bolts, screws, car parts, tools, you name it. Companies put in orders to machinists all the time, and they make things to spec for them. Again, the worst you're gonna do with the machining job is $14 an hour. That's the worst you can do. So between $14 and about $18 an hour if you get a machining job. I have students who went through the machining program this year. You have to be 21 to join the police academy. But if you're interested in doing security privately, they learned a lot of really cool things in private security. So they learned subject control, takedown techniques. They even go to the firing range and they shoot guns if you're going to be an armed security guard. And again, security for private events, sporting events. I have a student who has a interview lined up with TSA. So those people that we just love so much at the airport that take our stuff from us and make our lives terrible. But because she has that Ohio Peace Officer Training certification, she's eligible for that job. The worst you can do in a job like for TSA, the worst you can do is $16 an hour. And that's not bad at all to me for 4 months. The students who go through that private security academy actually really like it a lot. A lot of people like the structure of that program. It's run very militant, and you can't be late. And it is something, man, they come out, they're walking straight, they're walking tall. They're not playing around.
That's good though, because you're taking someone who probably didn't have a lot of confidence in themselves and giving them confidence in yourself. Be in that position.
Yes.
So that's a good thing when you go, when you say you can't be late, militant structure, and it makes you a better person.
Oh, they love it. They love it so much. And I find it funny because naturally you'll get guys that go through that sort of training, but the girls that go through that training usually like barely 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing, but it's really cool. Like you said, they come out very confident within themselves. So those are some of the training areas that we offer. Again, our program is free. My name is Kelsey Williams for Cuyahoga Community College's Advanced Technology Academy. I can be reached at 216-987-4767. Or if you want to shoot me a text message, 216-857-232. So again, this is for young people between the ages of 17 and 24. So if you don't fall within that, your sister know, let your cousin know, let your granddaughter know, your grandson, your cousin, your neighbor. We all know that young person that's kind of in an odd spot in their life right now, and they don't know what they want to do. So here's what I'll tell you, is that young people will look at this list, the things that I've talked about, training areas, and they'll say, well, I don't want to be a welder. And that's fine. But what are you doing right now?
Right.
You sitting on the couch, you working at some job that's nickel and diming you for $9 an hour. And so what I say is that, and I always use myself as an example, because I know you may not know what you want to do, and that's okay, answers today. But I say, do something to get you to the next step in your life. It's a means to an end. Get that certification, because a lot of times for many years people pushed 4-year school.
Right.
But now they're saying, wait a minute, we need people who can do some things with their hands. We need some people who can, skilled workers. And a lot of times those certificates will get you that money that sometimes a 4-year degree won't get you.
That's true.
That's right.
We had, I don't know if you guys know Eaton, E-A-T-O-N,
Yes.
Eaton Corporation.
Right.
They came to Tri-C. Again, I won't stop saying it. Tri-C feeds the workforce in Cleveland. Eaton Corporation came to Tri-C and they said, we need 2 welders to make $24.95 an hour.
It just took off running.
The welding program is 4 months long. So those opportunities will come up. So it's okay if you're a young person and you don't want to be a welder or a machinist or an STNA forever. Just do it for now until you can figure out that next spot in your life. And while you're figuring it out, somebody's paying you what you're worth. Because these jobs around here, the Family Dollars, the Dollar Trees, no knock to them. And I'm absolutely not blowing down on anybody who works in those places. but they're not going to pay you what you're worth. They're
I
not,
like
and
that.
that's what we talk about a lot with students is a livable wage, because there are people who work 70 hours a week and they can't make the two ends meet.
Yes.
You know, you're still on assistance. I do an exercise with young people in orientation, and I write down on the board, how much have we made at the jobs that we've had? And I hear $8.35, I hear $9.25, I hear, sometimes I'll hear $11 or $12, which is usually on the high end, and that's fine. But, and they do a study every year for all 50 states. And that study states that in the state of Ohio, you need to make, it is, I think, $15.50 an hour in order to be able to rent a 2-bedroom apartment. Now, with 50 states in our country, Ohio ranks 44th on that list. So that tells you that's very low. $15 and some change is very low compared to California,
Right.
where you need double that. You need to make $30 an hour to rent a 2. Mention JR. The baby boomers are sitting down, and they need to know that young people are to take over these. You know, between $13 and $18 an hour, I haven't seen anybody make that low 13 since I've been doing the program. So. The opportunities are there. I can only beg you to.
You ain't kidding.
Yes, we do. Thank you for asking.
Lift you up, not take you down, but we want to make sure you get out that house.
Yes, we do. Thank you for asking that. So we will normally, because naturally some sorts of jobs, like an EMT job, will lend itself to a background check. So we wouldn't encourage you, if you do have some sort of record, we wouldn't encourage you to do something like EMT where you're going to run into that wall of a background check, but we would try and encourage you to move into something more like in the manufacturing trade, because those work areas, that workforce tends to be more forgiving. So absolutely, I've had young men who are doing their lives around things on their records. Auto to be a better fit for you. My job is not to make you up to say, I'm never going to tell you this.
You know, even when you said, you know, you take them on as felonies, like you say, you're turning your life around.
Mhm.
And I always tell people, you always want to try to better yourself. No matter what you do, if you're taking a job just to get through for right now, but you also still look for something better because you're thinking about your family. If you got a kid that you're raising and you're struggling, but why not take the opportunity to better yourself? And then, so that way, that struggle becomes easier.
Strategy.
So, right, you know, you gotta have some kind of strategy, just in case, well, I'm comfortable, and I'm gonna say, some people are, and if you are, then stay. But you always wanna do better, you know, make life a little bit better for yourself. But this program, you know, these programs that I see here, I mean, granted, back in my day, they didn't have none of this here. And now that you got it, and you giving somebody $850 to show up just to be on
Just
time.
to show up and finish.
Right.
You're gonna finish anyway.
Right,
So there you go. To find the people. It's to be where the people are. And we actually do speaking engagements right on Quincy at juvenile court as a way to say, hey, you might have messed up in the past, but you can move forward with your life. And this is an option. My coworker goes out to, there's some sort of like pre-release center. It's like way out in East Jesus nowhere. But he goes and he talks to those young men. It's like really, it's like an hour and a half away. I can't even, Mahoning Valley. I don't know if I'm making it up or something.
Mahoney.
But so no, we don't close our minds to people who have maybe made those mistakes, because the last perfect person who walked the earth was Jesus. So I mean, we get it.
Amen.
Nobody's perfect here. So no, we're not. And I work with a partner. He's my fellow recruiter. And sometimes when we're evaluating students, you know, they may have a shaky background, and we want people in the program who are going to be a good fit. But ultimately, one thing that he and we say over and over to each other is we don't want to be one more person to close the door in their face.
Right.
Right, yeah.
That's true. And
There's
it's
something
like I
else.
say, look, this is an opportunity for everybody out there listening today. I mean, whether you're on YouTube or you know, I mean, there's some I'm looking at a great program.
Oh, yes.
It's
an
an
excellent
to
program.
have, and it's free. Oh, man, you cannot beat it. So I advise you to jump on it. If you got any
Please.
questions, you know, she gave you her number. She will give it to you again, but if you want to call in before this, you're on the ground, call us. We'll be right here. Miss Williams.
That's right.
All right, so Williams with the Advanced Technology Academy at Tri-C. The semester is going to be starting very soon. January 14th is the semester start date. So again, it's a free. We all like free stuff. Workforce training program for young people between 18 and 24. Now the college is going to go on winter break in about 2 weeks. So if you are interested in this program, don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. Just leap. Just jump, just do it, just make that move for yourself. Like I said, tell everybody you know who falls in that 17 to 24-year-old range, because what's going to happen is that anybody that's going to come into our program, we need to have them in and paperwork ready to go on December 14th. So we don't have a lot of time,
Right.
but we still have time. It's not a lot of time, and that's just because the college closes down for 2 weeks and everything stops, even payroll. So
Right.
if you're gonna be on our flight at the Advanced Technology Academy in Tri-C, we're taking off on December the 14th. Again, it's free. It's a lot of perks. We'll make sure you get a bus pass to get back and forth to school. We'll give you an internship opportunity in our office, $10 an hour, up to 25 hours a week. Job placement, resume writing skills, interview skills, books, uniform, tuition. It's all covered for you. All you have to do is
And just-
call me and show
show
up. Show up.
What a blanket.
You know,
That's a
JR,
good blanket.
People love to say, "New year, new me." Let's
Right.
do it. Let's
That's
make
right.
it
Let's
happen.
do
Do it. I
Right.
like it.
Yes.
Let's do
All
it.
you gotta do is show up.
New season.
You really can. By the time May comes, you can be on your way to a new career.
Right.
Not to sound
Making
cheesy, but
money.
it's true. It's
Right.
true. So the worst you can do is $13 an hour. The best you can do is $18 an hour for 4 months of schooling. I don't think that's a bad deal.
That's not bad
I mean,
at all.
You got two. You got that auto mechanic, you know, you can take that and you can actually get that skill to do your own thing.
You can do your
You
own
can open
thing.
your own business. And you know, same thing with culinary art. It's the same thing. You can become a chef for doing your own thing, you
Yeah.
know? So there's so many things that you
Your
can
food
do.
truck.
Right. A food
That's
truck.
all the rage right now. That's all the rage right
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And having that credential from Tri-C can take you to the next
It does.
level.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not what you know, but it's who you know, and your who you know around here is absolutely going to be our Tri-C program.
Right.
So
I mean, if you're thinking you want to go on a cruise ship and be a chef, you get to see the world and make money at the same time.
yes,
And
absolutely.
that's what, you know, most of the young kids, well, one young guy knew did that. He wanted to be, you know, a chef on the ship. He wanted to travel.
Mhm.
And he went, you know, but he didn't finish it. I was like, man, this is a good opportunity.
You know what? They were I got off of a cruise exactly 7 days. So I worked nonstop every day.
Right.
Probably